Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because... I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2019. The album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy AF. Rock on, goldust woman. Boost! Since Jeffree Star has made his return to YouTube, and I feel like we are right around the corner from the next Dramageddon, I thought that I would rewind the album, rewind the cassette tape, back to 2019. I probably should have rewound it all the way back to 2016 to when Jeffree Star was having his scandalous argument. Scandalous end of a friendship, of which he's had many. Jeffree Star's had many ends of friendships. He had an end of a friendship with Hair by Jay that lasted about 32 seconds, but we're going to get to that in just a second. Anyway, but he's had many ends of friendship. So let's go back to 2016 instead, okay? When he first... The way that I was introduced to Jeffree Star in the drama community was his unfriendshipping. He should probably coin that phrase because he's so good at the unfriendshipping, isn't he? But anyway, with Kat Von D, way back in the day. Okay, so now we do know that Kat Von D has turned out to be quite a turd, okay? That doesn't make Jeffree Star any less of a boring turd, okay? I'm just saying, it doesn't make him any less of a boring turd. And this is the thing, what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about his return to YouTube, why I really believe that he is returning to YouTube. The YouTube is like the Roku and the YouTube mix, okay? But I think with the Roku, you get the YouTube, don't you? I don't know. But anyway, so today we're going to talk about why I think, okay, that he is making his return to YouTube, even though he wants to act like, oh my God, so many of you guys have asked for me to come back over here. Well, a lot of people have asked for him to return to YouTube, but I don't think that that's the reason why, okay? I think that's a lie straight from the pit of hell, okay? And you can't convince me otherwise. I think Jeffree Star next to Jaclyn Hill is probably the biggest liar on YouTube. I feel like this camera is like not focusing on me. There. I mean, all the focus should be on me, shouldn't it? Let me have a little bit of my coffee. I just made it. This is the Starbucks medium roast, unsweetened, with 4 pumps of toasted marshmallow and a little bit of cinnamon oat milk in there. Mmm, delicioso. Perfect for fall. Okay, and I also brought back the old fan. See, the one that I had to give the haircut to. I just proved to if you want to go see all of my fans, on my Peter Does Stuff channel, I showed every fan that I have. Well, not all of them, because I've got a bunch in the basement too, but I showed most of the fans that I've used for the last couple years. And because Jeffree Star is returning to YouTube, I had to get my pepper spray. So I pulled out my pepper spray, which by pepper spray, I mean the Morphe and Jeffree Star Strawberry Fields Forever. It's still, woo! Oh yeah, it smells so bad. It smells like if you burnt a strawberry shortcake smelly sticker in the 80s. Okay, that's what, oh God. Away, you beasts and demons. Gargoyles, Ouija boards, no! Tati, no! Okay, so anyway, we got a lot to talk about. But before I get into that, oh, and I also want to say a little special thank you to all of you out there that have subscribed to my new channel. Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, or better known as That's My Opinion with Peter Monn. And I just want to say that over the weekend, I passed 6,100 subscribers. Oh my God, I cannot even believe it. I'm so excited. I'm loving that channel so much. And today, see, I keep little notes on how many videos or my videos for the day I'm going to post. See, here's Monday, September 15th. Here's my notes for the day, okay? So, I got my whole drama thing. I might make a video about Jaclyn Hill later because I have a very important video to make about Jaclyn Hill, courtesy of Kevin James Bennett information. So, I want to do that. I might do that one tomorrow, though, because I want to look into it a little bit more. But for my recaps, I have, let's see... I'm going to do a video about the new shows starting, all the new reality shows starting, and then I got a drama video over there to do about the New Jersey Housewives on pause, and then I also want to do a review video of, recap video of Big Brother The Zombie Challenge that was on last night, and then I have a Orange County 2023 catch-up, okay, because I've got some things I need to talk about with that, because I think next week is their very last episode, And then, did you hear that Kim Zolciak's I don't think they're divorced yet, are they? But ex-husband, but almost ex-husband, Corey Bierman, that he got a striptease offer in Las Vegas for $150,000. Apparently, those wigs are not doing Kim Zolciak any justice because she ain't making no money off those wigs. You know who else isn't making no money off them wigs? Okay, Hair by Jay. But that's a different story because Corey Bierman has come out and said that he and Kim are both financially destitute because she spends so much money on online gambling. I mean, it's like you cannot write this stuff. Anyway, I feel, just get some help. I was gonna say, I feel sad for all the people involved, all parties involved. Please get some help, okay? When you have to do a striptease for 15 minutes in your underwear, including lap dances, to pay off debt, okay, and you were married to Kim Zolciak, the Real Housewife of Atlanta, you need to reassess it. You need to reevaluate your priorities, and both of you probably need to get some help, is all I'm going to say about that, okay? Now, if you want the cutthroat opinions, come over to my new channel, because you're going to get the cutthroat opinions about reality TV. I am watching, over there, The Love After Lockup, Big Brother, Survivor, Amazing Race. Those both start this weekend. All the Housewives. I just started The Real Housewives of Miami. I've watched a couple of seasons, like off and on with my husband, but I went back and I started watching the very first season this weekend. Talk about, I know why it got paused now, because it's Boar Snake. Anyway, back with them. But I can't wait to get to the second season, because that's when things heat up, I remember. Okay, so let's get into this video about Jeffree Star. So first of all, I just want to say that I put out this tweet. I was going to throw up the screenshot, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I threw up this tweet yesterday. Hold on a second. And here is the tweet. And the picture was courtesy of Adam McIntyre. So thank you, Adam, for this picture. But this was the picture that I put. Okay, it was Jeffree Star and his a picture of him, like a screen capture from his video. And I put on there, good morning to everyone except ... right? And this is where drama channels are important, okay? This is where the historical factor, so welcome to history class today with Peter Monn as your professor for drama class. This is where drama channels are important because I think that a lot of people really forget historically what happened to these people or what happened with these people or what they did or what they didn't do. And that's important, right? That we remember that so that they don't, like, history repeats itself, right? So if we don't remember exactly how it all went down, then lies that Jeffree Star comes out and tells, okay? And listen, I am not anybody to defend Trisha Paytas, but Jeffree Star coming out and saying that Trisha Paytas ruined his life with lies and manipulation is not exactly how it went down at the time, right? Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, Trisha Paytas has come out and she has said that she doesn't remember why they fell out, blah, blah, blah. Jeffree Star came out in another thing on a TikTok and he said, I can't believe she doesn't say, oh my God, she ruined my reputation. Jeffree Star, listen, okay? Your reputation was ruined way before you ever met Trisha Paytas. That's the truth, okay? That's the truth because you were doing horrible things back in the heyday of your Warped Tour before you ever had made Makeup One, okay? You had done horrible things, and, you know, your response to that is to get on a gold couch and apologize for it and say, I'm sorry, forget what I just did, okay? Even though people allegedly behind the scenes are saying that you still do those things. So I don't know, okay? I don't know. I'm not there. Thank God. I don't want to be there, right? But anyway, the only reason I would ever want to visit Jeffree Star is for his 400 adorable dogs because they are adorable. So anyway, but, you know, it's like, this is why Jeffree Star, it's important that we remember history, okay? Because he like picks and chooses what he remembers about how things really went down, right? Well, when people say you only cover the same 5 or 6 people, right? Well, when you only cover the same 5 or 6 people and you make, let's say, 14 videos over the exact same thing, like the Hair by Jay incident, you don't forget what happened because you sat on video for a half an hour or more, okay, talking about the incident. So you don't forget what happened because you researched the incident, you read articles about the incident, you looked at all the tweets about the incident, okay? More than just some passerby that's looking through it and going, oh, wow, that's interesting, right? Like, you saved it. You talked to other drama channels about it, okay? So, I do remember how those things went down, and we're going to get to that in just a second. So, I put this tweet up that says, good morning to everyone except, and what I was referencing was that Hair by Jay had come out with this horrible, horrible Instagram live saying horrific things about Trisha Paytas. I'm not defending Trisha Paytas, okay, and who she is as a person. I think we all know, okay, how I feel about all that. But in this situation, what he did to her was horrible, okay? And it spoke volumes about how Hair by Jay speaks to women, okay? And it also speaks volumes to the fact that Jeffree Star, who a majority of his audience and his consumers are women, how that he co-signs this. Well, Jeffree Star came out with this whole thing. He always comes out and it's like, you want to talk about the ultimate definition of gaslighting? Jeffree Star literally gaslight, and I know that that's like a 2020 term, but Jeffree Star literally gaslights his audience all the time. Like, if you come for him and you ask him any question, like, it is like the epitome of gaslighting, right? So, he's pushed into a corner to finally come out and talk about this, right? And he goes, well, I was busy traveling. It's really not my fault. It's your fault for asking me to come out with a statement. Like, how dare you ask me to come out with a statement from my most personal hairstylist that I pay lots of money to put these horrific wigs on my head? Okay, but since you demand that I come out with a statement about this, just so you know, I was traveling in my private jet. I couldn't stop and make a statement. I don't even know what's going on right now with Trisha Paytas and Hair by Jay, okay? It's not on me, it's on you, since you asked. And then the next morning, remember, he woke up and he said good morning to everybody except for the guy that does my hair. Remember that? Okay. And then do you remember 2 weeks later that he was in a picture? A contrived picture that he put up on his Instagram. When I called this out was when I got blocked by Jeffree Star, by the way, okay? He's unblocked me on Twitter, but I'm still blocked on Instagram. This is when he put out the contrived picture, and he was standing there, and Hair by Jay was behind him doing his hair, and what that was a big F you to his audience, okay? Or anybody demanding that Jeffree Star do the right thing, okay? God forbid that we ask Jeffree Star to grow as a person when he's almost 40 years old, okay? God forbid we ask that he not associate with people that are misogynistic and talk down to women. Okay, whatever you think about Trisha Paytas did not deserve what Hair by Jay said in there. Talking about her weight, talking about her skin, talking about horrible things. If that's how Hair by Jay talks about Trisha Paytas, who at that time, before then, because Trisha Paytas did come out and say some things, and that's what initiated it, right? Okay, but that's how quickly you turn on somebody. Okay, well then that speaks volumes about how you speak about other women that turn on you, or don't like your wigs, or whatever. Well, Hair by Jay, I don't like your wigs. I think your wigs are ugly, okay? I think you have literally no talent when it comes to hair whatsoever, okay? You know how to do like a 1950s updo for a chaperone to prom, okay? That's what all your dudes do. And if you did this wig on Jeffree Star, this one right here, okay? Which, I mean, is not pretty at all, right? And what did I put down here in my notes? It's a mix between, like, Harley Quinn and, who else did I say? Oh, and PJ Souls from Halloween. Remember her, the girl that says totally 5,000 times? What's this look for? And I'm so confused about this. I mean, it's literally like cosplay of, like, an 8-year-old girl skating to, roller skating to Donna Summer in her driveway. Oh! That was me. When I was 8, not when I'm 40, okay? With them pigtails. It's weird, okay? Anyway. This is the thing, is that Jeffree Star wants to buy all this high-end stuff, and I'm all about a good costume, okay? And this is his hair, this is a wig, it's an accessory, okay? This is not me body shaming me. This is me doing a who wore it best, okay? For all of you out there that are gonna be like, how dare you talk about Jeffree Star this way? How dare you come for me when I'm talking about a fucking wig, okay? Seriously, you need to get over yourself. The fact that he got on video on that stupid-ass wig and thought that that was cute, he needs to ask somebody. He needs to ask one of them dogs. Bark once or twice, okay? So anyway, that wig, all these wigs that I think Hair by Jay's got like some deep-seated resentment against Jeffree Star because he keeps on putting them ugly wigs up on Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star wears them with pride, okay? Like he trusts well, not James Charles. Like he trusts Hair by Jay implicitly. Girl, are you looking at these wigs that he's putting on your hair? Okay, is it supposed to be a joke? Are y'all doing stand-up comedy and we don't know it? Okay, so anyway, so this whole look I was confused about. If it's a costume, okay, it's a costume, whatever. I'm all about a good costume. But a lot of his looks that Hair by Jay does are not costumes. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this Twitter post that I put up. So I put this Twitter post up saying, good morning to everyone except. And this is where drama channels are important because y'all forget history, right? Because I don't think anybody except for maybe 3 people in here got this, okay? Oh, there's Talia. Talia's eye candy. She put a little crying emoji. She gets it. Somebody said, people still give him the money just by viewing. I hope people know that. Well, I gave him some money then by viewing it today. But anyway, somebody said, it is far too early for this. Something of shade, this level of shade. Somebody said Donna Martin graduates. Somebody said, what did he do now? LOL. Somebody said he should just call it the Halloween collection, dress up as a villain for kids TV show collection. Somebody said, this looks like someone's great aunt who's trying to be edgy because her nieces came over for the weekend. Okay. Somebody said, I just laughed, snorted into my coffee. I feel like they get it. Somebody said, sorry, I'm a bit late collection, or summer is over collection. Somebody said, oh, we gotta love now. Somebody said, wait, what WTF did I miss? Somebody said, how come? This look is fun, kooky Halloween. Because it's Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is inherently not a good person. Okay, but I'm sorry that I have to explain that to you. Okay, somebody said good morning. Somebody said dead faces. I think they got it. This other person put this Jennifer Lawrence meme where she's spitting up coffee. I think they got it. Somebody said his latest collection looks fab. Oh, they're making fun of it. I get it. Okay. Somebody said at least it's not the Machine Gun Kelly look. Somebody said good morning. Somebody said it's Jasmine Masters. And that was one of my fans I showed the other day. So listen, none of these people get it, okay? They're talking about Sally Joe wigs, which I love that, better than that Sally Joe wig, okay? But let's go in here really quick, and let's read this article from the exclusive Hollywood, or what's this website even called? I don't even know. Exclusivehollywood.com UK. This is from January 17th of 2021. Jeffree Star officially declares he's no longer friends with Hair by Jay. Good morning to everyone except the guy that used to do my hair, Jeffree Star tweets. This was what my tweet was in reference to, okay? It was shade throwing at Jeffree Star, okay? That's good shade, okay? When you put it out there, and then everybody else has got to be like, oh, girl, did she just say that? Like, oh, she used her own tweet against her? Like, that's like the ultimate shade, okay? So it was cute shade, but it was missed on everybody because everybody forgets. And this is what Jeffree Star's banking on, okay? Is that everybody's going to forget about it, right? Here's another fantastic wig of his. Okay. On January 17th, beauty YouTuber Jeffree Star posted a tweet that suggested that he was no longer friends with or using the services of Hair by Jay, following the scandal with Trisha Paytas. Let's rewind, it says. For those who don't know, Trisha Paytas recently uploaded a YouTube video titled Why I'm Scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay. In the video, a tearful Trisha reacts to an aggressive Instagram live by Jeffree's hairstylist and friend Hair by Jay. Now, I do believe that before Hair by Jay came out with his thing, Trisha Paytas came out and she was talking about the Las Vegas trip, okay? So that was kind of what initiated it, Hair by Jay's attack, which they're calling an attack. So anyway, but I believe that to be true, okay? Not that that's okay to be misogynistic and put women down. I don't know how Hair by Jay thinks that's okay, but apparently he made a public apology. In the Instagram Live, Hair by Jay attacks her weight and appearance and calls her stupid walrus-looking ass full of warts, BITCH. Amongst other slurs, Trisha then states that this is what she had to endure when she was with Jeffree and his friends. Jeffree has since responded to the situation in a series of tweets explaining that he had been in Wyoming and had no idea what was going on and was horrified when he found out about the live stream. Which is why you fired this guy, allegedly, for 2 weeks and hired him back. You never fired him. You never had any intention of firing him. It was just completely pandering to your fucking audience, Jeffree, which is what you always do, which is what you're doing by coming back to YouTube, okay? Because you can't sell your shit on TikTok. We all know that, all right? Your fans are eating it up. Oh my God, I can't believe he's back to YouTube. I'm living for it. No, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about YouTube. The only reason that Jeffree starts coming back to YouTube is because he can't sell his shit on TikTok, and I'm going to prove it to you here in a second. Good morning to everyone except the guy that used to do my hair. He says, I always hold the people around me accountable. I know that's hard for some people to believe, but I'm a grown-ass man in 2021. I will be full of good energy. Well, that didn't prove to be true, did it, Jeffree? Okay? Not to mention that you didn't hold Hair by Jay accountable. Like you said, you always hold the people around you accountable. You didn't hold him accountable because 2 weeks later he was doing your hair again. Okay? So was that a written warning? Was that a detention in a detention center for a week? What was that, Jeffree? Okay? Because if I had somebody working for me, which I don't, I'm a one-man machine over here. Incorporated. Not. Anyway, I'm a one-man machine over here. Okay, so I don't have anybody working for me. But trust, if I had somebody working for me that called somebody else, what was it again? Hold on, let's get to it. A stupid walrus-looking ass full of warts, BITCH, and said stuff about her weight and her skin, you can be for sure, okay, that person would be terminated immediately for hate speech and harassment, okay? I'm not going to have that for somebody I work with. The fact that that person even said that, Okay, even if they turn right around and they apologize for it, that's somebody that is so comfortable saying that they got an Instagram live and they said that. Do I believe that Hair by Jay still speaks that way today? Yeah. Has Hair by Jay gone to therapy? Has Hair by Jay worked on those things? I have. I worked on things that I said in my past and had to take a look at with my therapist and why I thought those things were right at the time. And why today I look at those things and I know that there's nothing right at all. Why I had an aggressive tone in the past and I thought that that was okay. And why I look at that today and I'm like, there's nothing right about that at all. Okay? You know, people want to keep on throwing this Paige Christie live stream in my face and throwing it up there and things like that. That was one of my most humiliating moments of where I was literally like a nasty person online. Paige Christie and I are fine. We just talked the other night on the phone. And I was like, Paige, I have to apologize. And she's like, you need to stop apologizing because we are way past that. And you have taken accountability enough and proven that you're a different person. We had such a nice conversation. Paige is like, I think we've grown up. Or she's like, I think I grew up. I was like, I think we've all grown up. You know, so people can grow up, but please explain to me where Hair by Jay has taken accountability and shown that he's changed as a person. Jeffree Star, who I said, he's either inserting himself into this drama because he has a book coming out or a new launch, has just proved to us that the reason why he is gunning so hard for James Charles and Trisha Paytas is not that he really cares about James Charles or Trisha Paytas. It's literally the only big story that's going to get him back in the news again. And so he throws it out there. Bunny XO, okay, from her podcast. Bunny, I hate to tell you, but you were used as a marketing tool for Jeffree Star's new launch, okay? So for everybody saying that this was such a great interview, blah, 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 whatever, Bunny, you were used. You were used by Jeffree Star to market his new information because he wanted those clips of your podcast to go out there so that everybody would start talking about Jeffree Star again and they'd be interested in his products. And then he comes back to YouTube. Like, that's like, okay, first the clips, then YouTube. He hasn't been on YouTube for, like, months after, I think, 9 months. Then he comes back after to YouTube. This is for sure going to sell him a lot of palettes, he hopes, right? And a lot of products, his new products. From his Gothic Beach launch. Which, it was so funny because somebody said in my tweet, the goths don't want him. So, Bunny, you were used. Everybody out there that were buying into these stories, including myself. Now, I'm glad that he came out and talked about James Charles, okay? But, Jeffree, come on and talk about James Charles when you don't have anything to sell. That's what I want you to do, okay? If you really want to show that you're a good person, while you're talking about James Charles, take some responsibility in your actions as well, okay? Not just like, oh my God, if you knew what I knew, okay? If you knew how Trisha Paytas ruined my career. Trisha Paytas didn't have near the following that you had, and she didn't ruin your career, okay, at all. She didn't ruin your reputation. That's complete bullshit, all right? I'm not saying that Trisha Paytas has done a lot right in her life, because she's done a lot of wrong, and she still has a lot that she needs to take responsibility for. But let's not put the ruining of the reputation of Jeffree Star and Trisha Paytas, okay? That was maybe just like, you know, a rock in the road for you. You have done so much shit to ruin your own career that you are literally unwilling to take accountability for it yourself is baffling to me as an almost 40-year-old man that still involves himself. You say that you needed to get rid of Manny and Laura and all these snakes in the grass, these horrible people. You used to send emojis to me with, like, that they're dead to you and all these kinds of things. Okay, that's how you felt about them. But Hair by Jay is so important to you. He is a misogynist that speaks horribly about other women, and you're okay to stand by that. Could you please elaborate on what Manny and Laura did that was so horrible about you? Or is it the fact that Manny and Laura know truths about you, Jeffree? Because that's what I know to be true, okay? Is that Manny and Laura know things about you, but you have too much power. And so at the time, if they were going to come out and speak about you, they couldn't, okay? Now, Manny and Laura done fucked themselves by standing by Colleen Ballinger and James Charles. So they're in no business to come out and talk about things now, right? When they could, because you don't have the same power that you do. But they fucked themselves, okay? So they can't come out and talk about you now. And you know that. So it's safe for you to come out and talk. You're very manipulative, Jeffree. We all know that behind the scenes, okay? So anyway, he goes on, and Hair by Jay made a public apology and all this kind of stuff. How does just firing, these are people said, how does just firing him make it better? You were a part of it. So you're telling me that your friend and employee for how long, and he was the one who talked about Trish like that, and you just sat there in silence, not saying a word. You know you spoke about her in some way. Other people said you still played a pivotal role in the situation as you still spoke badly about Trisha. What you can do is make a video owning up to your mistakes, finally admitting you were in the wrong, which he never did, okay, until TikTok, and he just said that she ruined his reputation through this whole situation, okay? All right. Hair by Jay has since publicly apologized to Trisha in a live stream, saying that he never had a problem with her. You never had a problem with her, but you talk about somebody this horribly? I am so glad I am not one of your friends, okay? You are a disgusting human being, Hereby J. And Jeffree Star, you are too, just by association. And don't even say to me, how is Jeffree Star a disgusting person by associating with Hereby J? He knows exactly what Hereby J did, exactly how he speaks to somebody. And if that was a good friend of mine, I would say, you know what? Like, we need to have a sit-down conversation about this, okay? How did you hold him accountable? You say you hold everybody accountable in your life. Well, you got rid of Manny and Laura and all these other people, right? Got rid of Gabriel Zamora. You got rid of Toddy Westbrook. You got rid of all these people. Shane Dawson probably, even though you say he's still one of your best friends. Your best friend that you never talk to, they never mention, you never go out there and see him. I don't think you've ever been to Colorado once to see him, okay? Even though you fly all over the world. You know, he's come out there one time and he acted like it was a special trip. If I'm going to visit my friend at their house, that ain't no special trip. It's not like, oh, wow, oh, my God, I can't believe that I'm at Jeffree Star's house. If they're my good Judy and they're my friend, I ain't that wowed by their shit, okay? You guys have the weirdest friendship in the entire world. Jeffree, I don't know what kind of friendships you have with people, but they're weird, okay, at best. So that's the whole Hereby J thing that I was tweeting out about that nobody got. So I'll tweet it out again tomorrow, okay? So y'all will be filled in and get it this time. So anyway, let me refer to my notes real quick so that I don't forget about this. Hold on a second. While we're talking about this, talk about following and unfollowing, all this kind of stuff, I just want to say that I actually noticed, I was looking on Twitter, and I noticed, because I was looking for some tweets, that Manny MUA finally unfollowed me on Twitter. I have the funeral vespers. I do. Oh my God. Oh my God. He followed me on Instagram too. He unfollowed me on Instagram too. What am I going to do without Manny? I don't give a fuck about Manny MUA, okay? The fact that it took him so long to unfollow me is hilarious, right? But here's what's better, right? When I went to look back at when he unfollowed me, what I found was, it was right after I posted my very long video about James Charles, okay? So I have come out and said all this horrific shit, okay? Well, I don't even think it's horrific shit at all. I have come out and held you accountable, unlike Jeffree Star does with his friends. Manny, I have held you accountable for the things that you have done, okay? And for you standing next to Colleen Ballinger and James Charles, yes, I know that you unfollowed Colleen Ballinger. You've never addressed what you said in your podcast because you're a coward, okay? That's the truth. You're a coward, all right? You're supposed to be a role model, okay, to the LGBTQIA plus youth. You've been on this TV show and that TV show, and you've been interviewed for this, you've been interviewed for that, okay, all for that reason, right? I think, when I was growing up, if I had had more gay men in the public eye standing up and doing the right thing, it would have made me feel less weak, less walked over, and more like I could stand up for myself. But that took me 51 years to do, okay? Which is why I'm not backing down today, and I am standing up for myself. But you're a coward, and you stand behind the wrong people, okay? But see how quick and easy it was for you to unfollow me because you didn't like what I had to say? So that indicates that you continuing to follow. This is why when people want to say, isn't an unfollow just enough? Is it? Okay, well, let's prove how a following is enough then. So since you unfollowed me over the things that I said that you didn't like, okay, because you don't take accountability for your own actions and you are unwilling to change. So let's look at this. Manny unfollowed me because I said I could no longer support him, okay, because he continues to support James Charles and said he felt sorry for Colleen Ballinger and has never come out and spoken in a podcast about it. Is this like one of those things like where you got in your podcast and you said that Ethan Klein was talking about you negatively? No, Ethan Klein was holding you accountable for kissing James Charles' cheek in James Charles painted Predator Paint PR TikTok. That's what Ethan Klein was doing. He was holding you accountable just like I'm holding you accountable. So you unfollow people that hold you accountable. Well, you kissed Ethan Klein's ass, okay? You still follow Ethan Klein. So you unfollowed me, okay, because I'm not kissing your ass anymore and singing your praises about them lip glosses and things like that. Trust me, I love those lip glosses, okay? That was hard for me to give those lip glosses up. But I'm not going to stand behind a predator protector. Everybody else in the world wants to do it. That's fine, okay? That's fine. I'm independent over here. I'll do what I think is the right thing to fucking do. Okay? And I ain't standing behind those predator paints. And I ain't standing behind somebody that stands behind those predator paints. And you do. Okay? So you have at that. Let me know how that works out for you here in about 6 months. Okay? When James Charles gets caught in another scandal. And you and Laura Lee get in a podcast. You go, I really feel sorry for James Charles. Like, it really reminds me of Colleen Ballinger. Like, all these people are just like so hard on them. Like, And then Laura Lee will go, I know, like, totally, but, like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, so what? So anyway, and that's where people will say I'm mocking them. Go watch the podcast. I did a perfect impersonation of them. All right? They do impersonations of people, too. Go watch their podcast. So anyway, Manny unfollowed me. But what I'd like to say is, see, Manny, is this about to stop? Hold on a second. Oh, my Lord! I was like 2 seconds away from it stopping. But what I wanted to say was, see, Manny, how easy it is to unfollow somebody whose things they say and things they do and belief systems you don't stand behind? It was so easy to unfollow me, wasn't it? You could do the same thing with James Charles. You could unfollow James Charles. I know it was like so hard for you to hit the unfollow button with Colleen Ballinger because you're like, but what if Colleen Ballinger like gets out of this trouble and then like, I mean, what if she comes back to YouTube and she has like this huge career again? Not gonna happen. Sorry. Not gonna happen because there's a lot of us out there. And Adam McIntyre is like the leading Spice Girl, like Victoria Beckham leading the race right now, okay? He's gonna lead us into the direction of Colleen Ballinger never having a career again, okay? Since she couldn't come out and make a simple public and private apology. And I don't want to hear any excuses, okay? When people say, well, if Colleen Ballinger does that, she's legally implicating herself. So fucking what? Then what you're saying is that Colleen Ballinger fucking did something illegal, okay? And I think by now we already know that, okay? So she could have at least come out and said something. Then what you're saying is that you're protecting Colleen Ballinger by making that statement. Well, that would be stupid of Colleen Ballinger to do because then Colleen Ballinger would be legally implicating herself. What you should be saying is it would be the right fucking thing to do, okay? Why are we worried about Colleen Ballinger's legality, okay, and what her issues are going to be when there are actual victims that have suffered at the hands of James Charles and Colleen Ballinger? But you guys are all worried about the legality of James Charles and Colleen. Well, James Charles can't come out and say that, because if he does, then he's implicating himself. He already fucking did in his Holding Myself Accountable video. Colleen Ballinger already did. Watch Adam McIntyre's videos, okay? If you break down the lyrics into words and you just write them all down, she implicates herself. She already has. So there's no reason she couldn't come out and say a public and a private apology, okay? And to Adam, and to his family, and to all the other victims. She's a coward, okay? So for all of you out there like the Mannies hanging on, unwilling to follow her for so long, Joey Graceffa, unwilling to follow her for so long, when everybody says, you know they unfollow them publicly, but they're still friends with them privately behind the scenes, abso-fucking-lutely we know that, right? You're just saving ass, and you'll follow her with quickness when she has a video that she puts out that everybody sings her praises. That ain't gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna forget about Colleen Ballinger. Colleen Ballinger done screwed the pooch, okay? She has no career. Her career is done. People are going to be like, Colleen Ballinger's career is done. Her career is done. And other than all the allegations that came out, she has now done it to herself, again, by being unwilling to address this for months on end, okay? So when she finally does, and she comes out with this contrived situation, okay? Like Adam McIntyre, he suggested that, that he felt like Corey DeSoto posting the picture on Instagram was like feeling the waters to see if Colleen Ballinger could come out with a video, and that Colleen Ballinger was going to come out with a video before Joshua David Evans' interview with Swoop, because that would be like testing the waters, right? And then she could get in there before her ex-husband came out and spoke. That didn't happen, all right? And I actually was watching that when Adam said that, and I was like, oh my God, this is probably what's going to happen, right? Like this would be, from a PR angle, smart of Colleen Ballinger. She probably will do this. She didn't do that. That is how afraid Colleen Ballinger is to come out and speak right now, because she knows she is fucked if she comes out and speaks, all right? And Colleen Ballinger cares more about her career than she does about doing the right thing. So for anybody out there that wants to defend Colleen Ballinger, that is who she is as a person. Just remember that going forward, okay? And Manny MUA is the person that can unfollow somebody for calling him out and holding him accountable, but he can't unfollow James Charles, who's a self-proclaimed predator. Gotcha, Manny, okay? Gotcha. So for people that want to say an unfollow stands for something, so does a follow. So for all of you out there that want to say an unfollow should be enough, I don't believe that. I think they need to publicly come out and speak about it, okay? But for all those people that want to come out there and say that a unfollow should mean enough, okay? Okay, we'll go with that for you, all right? Then in that instance, shouldn't a follow also equal just as much? So Manny continuing to follow James Charles, all these people continuing to follow James Charles, Doesn't that mean that they stand behind a self-proclaimed predator as well? Yes, it does. In your words, not mine. Okay? So let's get back to this Jeffree Star bullshit. So anyway, so Jeffree Star comes out with this new palette. Now, here's the thing, right? He returns to YouTube. Now, I've had several people bring this to my attention. You know, Jeffree Star is on TikTok. He's doing these battles on TikTok, right? Jeffree Star said he was going to TikTok because there were no views anymore on YouTube. Now, I think it's interesting it comes back to TikTok or YouTube right after I said that James Charles was making 23 million views a month. Jeffree Star was getting more views when he left than James Charles, which means he could probably double those views if he posts regularly, 2 times a week, 1 time a week, or something like that, right? Okay. So the amount of money that he'd be making several $1,000,000 a month on YouTube, okay? But he chose to leave that several $1,000,000 a month. I do not think that money is good for Jeffree Star. I mean, first of all, this business that he opened in Wyoming, I mean, we need to look into this a little closer because to me, it almost kind of seems like a write-off. Because, okay, the opening happened, but can somebody go to Casper, Wyoming and stand outside the store and take video of how many people walk? I'm not telling you to do this. This is stalkerish, but I'm just, like, this is what I would, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But what I would be... If you do that, then I'm going to have to spray you with the pepper spray, okay? Ooh. No, don't go do that. But I would be interested to know how many people are going through the store a day. Okay, like literally, it's not like an amusement park, okay? It's not like Disney World. You know, it's not even like, what's that, Knoxberry Farm, okay? How many people are traveling to Casper, Wyoming just to see the Jeffree Star shop? So that means the people in the surrounding areas are going to the Jeffree Star shop. It's complete, as a businessman, for him to open it, okay, would have been smarter for him to open it in LA, Miami. I mean, why Casper, Wyoming, where he's at, this museum, right? So there has to be something else to it. There's got to be like a tax write-off or, you know, he's already establishing residency with his house, so it's not that. I can't really figure it out. I'm sure there's an attorney watching this and it's like, well, this is why he's opening a business. There's got to be some, because Jeffree Star does everything for money. There's got to be some kind of tax thing to opening a business because I don't know that the distribution center would qualify for that, right? So, like a brick and mortar store business must be some huge write-off in the state of Wyoming. The reason why people are moving to Wyoming is because of the tax breaks, okay? All these celebrities are buying residencies in Wyoming because of the tax breaks. He said he just wanted to get out, and no, we know that now, Jeffree, okay? It's because you got there because of the tax breaks. It's why all these celebrities are buying, and rich people are buying, you know, property in Wyoming. I think it's beautiful out there, sure, but that's not why you did it, okay? That alone indicates that you weren't making the money that you were making before, okay? Number 2, you open this brick and mortar museum store, okay, which is very interesting because I can't imagine the traction that you're getting through that store, right? So then he leaves YouTube and he says that there's no money to be made on YouTube anymore. Okay, well then he's on TikTok and he's doing all these battles. And for a while, he's doing real well in these battles, okay? But then it's like, okay, I mean, I don't know why everybody was interested in watching Jeffree Star battle 3 19-year-olds. I mean, to me, like, I don't even understand the battle thing, okay? But I would just see these pictures and it would be like Jeffree Star sitting there with like 3 19 to 22-year-olds, okay? And they'd like be getting these, I don't know, I didn't even understand it. Like, I don't even understand it, right? But then I started sending all these messages from people saying Jeffree Star is tipping himself huge sums of money in like these gifts on TikTok from his Jeffree Star Cosmetics account because he's not making as much money, and to stay at the top, to be #1 on the board, you have to be at the top with gifts. So he's gifting himself like $5,000 and $10,000 allegedly, okay, from his account, just so he can stay at the top. So Jeffree Star is putting money into his own TikTok battle from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, okay? Which I don't know what that's about, how you do that, okay? Because that's literally like going into your business and taking $20 out of the cash register, unless that account is just his. Listen, I don't claim to understand that, but that just seems weird to me, right? So he's tipping himself this money, and I'm just like, this is what I've been told, okay? I have not seen evidence of this, but I've been told this by many people, okay? Just to stay at the top on TikTok. So what that tells you is now the interest in Jeffree Star on TikTok is kind of worn out. Not that many people are interested. Well, if you're not getting that many views on TikTok, and you're not selling your stuff on TikTok anymore, and you're not on YouTube, which means you're not selling your stuff anymore, okay? So what do I have to do? Jeffree Star, remember, okay, from history lesson, is the originator of stirring up drama to sell makeup, okay? So he comes up, he stirs up this drama. He talks about James Charles. He talks about Trisha Paytas. Talks about Trisha Paytas more than once, okay? Talks about her on TikTok. Then he gets onto this Bunny XO thing, and he talks about her. And he hypes this whole thing up, right? And has all these clips going out. And so everybody's interested in Jeffree Star again and what he has to say about James Charles and what he has to say about Trisha Paytas. And I said at the time, because all these people are like, Peter, you were right. Peter, you were right. I said at the time that Jeffree Star doesn't move unless there's money involved, right? So he's got to have a new release. I speculated that it was his book because he was telling all these, like, really things. But now in retrospect, what I realize is he doesn't really have anything else. I mean, Jeffree Star's been out of the loop as far as what's he going to say? He's dating another NBA player? Nobody cares. He's played that card so many times, right? What's he going to say that he's dating, you know, Jay-Z or something? I mean, nobody's going to believe it. You know? I mean, who cares? Nobody cares about the dating life of Jeffree Star. I mean, really? Nobody cares. They don't. Nobody cares about my dating life or my married life, okay? I'm not dating nobody, obviously, because I've been married for 12 years and together for 15 years. I'm very proud of that. But anyway, nobody's interested in that. Well, trust me, we'll probably be doing a Q&A here real soon, but nobody's interested in the sex life of Jeffree Star. I've said this for a long time, okay? When Jeffree Star's like, I think I should start an OnlyFans to teach people how to suck D. I'm like, girl, nobody wants to hear that from you, okay? You are infatuated with your own sex life. Nobody else is, okay? That's not what they're coming to Jeffree Star for. They're coming to Jeffree Star for your makeup, your edginess, your looks, okay? No, trust me, okay? And I can take the same insult my way, okay? Nobody's wanting to imagine me naked having sex, okay? Nobody's wanting to imagine Jeffree Star doing blowjobs and all that kind of stuff, okay? Not to mention that nobody needs your advice, Jeffree Star, on how to give a BJ. Because if they did, you would be able to keep a man longer. I've kept my man 15 years, okay? So if anybody's going to be needing to teach that lesson, it's going to be somebody that has kept a man for 15 years, not somebody that can't keep a man for 2 seconds, okay? Just saying, all right? I know how to keep a man, okay? Do you? So anyway, I don't think we need that OnlyFans, Jeffree Star, and I ain't starting that OnlyFans, okay? Trust. But anyway, so Jeffree Star comes back to YouTube. The reason he comes back to YouTube is because he's having to fake him being at the top on TikTok, okay? He's having to do all this kind of stuff. So he comes back to YouTube with this release, this Goth Beach release, okay? Which is, I mean, it's whatever. It's his 9th anniversary of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Congratulations. It's whatever to me, okay? It's not that innovative. I mean, a lot of people are comparing it to this. A lot of people are like, the logo and the font and things like that looks like Kat Von D from the back in the day. And I'm like, it does kind of look like Kat Von D. It kind of looks like a Kat Von D release a little bit. And then he calls it Goth Beach. Like, that's real interesting to me. It's like, are we taking everything back to the original days? Like, you're bringing up all these people, right? So, I don't know. But yeah, so he comes back to YouTube because he says on the video, he says, I'm coming back. Did you guys miss me? He does his little intro, right? And he was like, I can't believe it's been so long since I've been over here, but so many of you guys are tired of me doing these, you know, short little TikTok reviews. You wanted me to do longer reviews, so I'm back on YouTube. That's true. A lot of people did say that. A lot of people did say that they wanted him to be back on YouTube. That is true, okay? I think it was stupid for him to ever leave to begin with, okay? I think that was a dumb move. He could have stayed on YouTube and filmed 1 or 2 videos a week, and he could have gone over to TikTok too, okay? I mean, I got 7 channels, so I don't know how he's so busy, okay? But whatever. So, and he's got everybody doing his social media and putting these TikToks together for him and stuff. It's not like he's doing the work. He literally just films it and puts it up, okay? It's literally like he's bored at night drinking Red Bulls and smoking weed. So he does these TikTok battles, okay? It's whatever. So anyway, he comes back on there and he says that, right? Because he knows that there's a lot of people that are going to be like, oh my God, I'm so happy that you're back. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. Actually, let's just go read the comments really quick because I have it pulled up right here. So let's read the comments because I bet you anything, I haven't read any of the comments. Some of the comments say that on here, okay? Jeffree looks like a gothic Sailor Moon. I love it. Say what you want about Jeffree, but the makeup and the merch are fire. No one else is delivering this. Everybody's delivering this. I mean, you can go to the Five Below or the Dollar Tree and it's there. Okay, I mean, it's nothing innovative, you guys. It really isn't. Now, I know people that love the quality of Jeffree Star's makeup, so I'm not going to take that away from him, but like the colors and the merch and stuff, it's nothing that fantastic. He is putting out a sunscreen. Okay, so Jeffree is so good at launching and demonstrating his own products. I think he is good at demonstrating his own products. I don't take that away from him, right? Which is why I don't think he should have ever left YouTube. Love having you back, Jeffree. The queen is back. Okay, so now it's all the comments about this. Okay, the packaging is just dropped dead amazing. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing that you can't see at Spirit Halloween. I mean, are you guys all so fooled by this man? Anyway, let's see where the video is sitting at. He put the video up yesterday. People were telling me that the video is not doing that great. And I was like, well, they were telling me like I was in my book club yesterday when it got posted. You talk about not doing good. We got 6,000 people in our book club, and there were 21 people in our live stream. But we like keeping it small like that. I don't have to lie about that. I like keeping it small like that. But let's see where Jeffree Star is on his, if we had 100 or 200 people in there, it'd be too much. Okay, so at one day, he is sitting at 368,000 views. Okay, not good. Not good. People yesterday were like, oh my god, this video is at 83,000 time. I think when I looked, it had been up for like 2 hours and it was sitting at like 140,000 views or something. So that would have been at like 5 o'clock. And I was like, 140,000 views at like an hour or two is not bad. So that was yesterday at 5 o'clock. It is 3:47 right now. And in almost 24 hours, he's only gotten, what? 220,000 views? No, this is not doing good. Jeffree Star's irrelevant. People don't care anymore. People don't care. Strawberry fields are over. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.